His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh is ringside for this massive event here tonight at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. And here he is in the flesh. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many can...
This bout is...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. Misses with the straight left. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice counter shot. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And he misses with that straight left. How about that time counter shot? Good counter punching. The straight right just misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the There's the bell for round two. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Nope, that jab not going to score. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
punch and just got countered. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. The perfect counter lands. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. Blocks the left uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges... On to the fourth we go. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Beautiful counter shot. Misses with that uppercut. Catch and shoot. Just misses with that uppercut. And as you can see here, a picture-perfect punch did the trick.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me your blow.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter. And there's the bell for round 5. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Good counter punch. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The straight right just misses. much for boxing. This is a fight. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
On to the 6th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Trying to land that jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't find a home for that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And
there's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Beautiful counter punch. Don't let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. These two were made for each other. Nice counter. Do you believe this? Through the straight left, but it won't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe. And we enter the 8th round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. Caution being thrown to the wind. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.